My next guest says BP would be well within its right to tell what he calls whining Americans to take a hike. Here to explain himself, Bloomberg columnist Matthew Lynn. Well, I got to say, Matthew, the title just kind of says it all, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, it must be a little
unfair, perhaps some people would say.
A little harsh, but that'd be a little harsh on the British at the moment. So that was all in good fun. But I think there was a serious point there, which was, you know, BP is obviously caught up, you know, as everyone's been reporting in the last few weeks, in a complete catastrophe. Obviously, it's an environmental catastrophe, and everyone's down on them with that. But also, you've got to start looking at how they're responding to it. And at the moment, they're responding to it in a very kind of traditional way, right out of the spin doctor's manual, where you get out there, you apologise, you try and do everything you can to sort of get back some goodwill within the country. And I'm just not convinced that's the right thing to do. I think they should be taking a slightly harder approach and saying to people in America, look, you know, this is the most oil-addicted country in the world. You have you refuse to do anything about climate change. You don't want to put any kind of sensible taxes on gasoline. If you insist on consuming vast quantities of oil, the oil companies are going to have to drill in more dangerous places, and accidents are going to happen. You've got to have more grown-up, sensible attitude to it. You can't consume oil on this scale and then go into complete hysterics at the kind of companies who are trying to get the oil out of the ground for you.
But we are talking about a massive environmental and financial disaster on an unprecedented scale, aren't we?
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, no one's disputing the scale of the disaster, and obviously they have to do what they can fix. But you've also got to look at, I mean, I think the scale of the response in the United States has become absurd. I mean, I think, you know, what Barack Obama is saying about how, you know, Tony Hayward has to respond just because he makes, you know, a few unfortunate comments which don't look great in the press. But I mean, the guy's an oil man. He's not a politician. He doesn't have to be held to account for those kind of standards. They're attacking the fact that they should pay their dividend. Now, if you talk to the analysts in the city, there's no question that BP can't afford to pay all its liabilities for the damage done in the Gulf, do everything it can to clear up the mess and fix the well, and still pay its dividend. It's a very strong, financially strong company, and you're getting this political pressure to give up its dividend. So I think BP does have to take a hard look at this and say, you know, are they pursuing the right strategy? And there's a good case now for them just saying, we can't restore our reputation in the US. We're never going to make amends for this. You know, we're too vilified, we're too hated in that country. We'll go somewhere else. Big world out there.
Interesting thoughts. Thank you so much, Bloomberg columnist Matthew Lynn.